Welcome to the Point of Truth podcast, hosted by Jay.
Oh, tell me the truth, your truth, tell me the truth, I wanna know the truth, so tell me the truth. Welcome to the Point of Truth podcast, hosted by yours truly, Jay. I am an Air Force veteran, a singer-songwriter, a Big Pharma Research Pro who's transitioning into mindset coaching with the focus on neuroscience and mindfulness, the driving force behind spiritual awakenings. So, I have my executive producer, my co-executive producer in the house, and we're just starting this first podcast, and we just want to come and let everybody know what the purpose is of our podcast and the goal of our podcast. So, mindfulness. A lot of people have a question about what mindfulness, and mindfulness is the practice of gently focusing your awareness on the present moment over and over again, being in control and being aware of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. So the Point of Truth seeks to inspire and empower individuals to embrace their journey of the spiritual awakening through the exploration of neuroscience, mindfulness, and personal growth. This podcast aims to create a platform where listeners can discover the guiding principles that lead to a life of true authenticity, fulfillment, and inner peace. The goal of this podcast is to provide our listeners with valuable insights and practical tools to navigate their own paths toward personal growth. So I have, like I said, my co-host today, who is my co-executive producer on this podcast, Khalil Siyam.
What's up, guys?
What's going on?
Jamie, it's a pleasure to be here. We help you in any way possible. We are here for you. We love you. I've known Jamie for about 10 years now. This is my fake podcaster voice, and there you go.
He's being silly. We love being silly, right? Being funny and silly. It's that's what life's all about. To not take things too serious. And so, just clearing the air, shaking off the nerves. This is the first podcast. We're so excited. We have some amazing guests that we have already booked, and it's going to be really cool.
And so who's coming in first?
So I believe Koki's on his way. So we're just going to chat a little bit about, what this is all about. Like, we want to be able to provide a platform for people to come on and talk about their truth and talk about creating from a place of intention and putting, positive vibes out into humanity, right? Yeah. Because we kind of lost our way a little bit. Yeah. And I believe, 2024 is the year of disclosure of everything, because I truly believe, like, just in my own spiritual journey, that God has removed the veil and the veil of secrecy, and we're now seeing things for what they are. And we have so many souls that are awakening to their purpose, and it's a beautiful thing, man. It really is. And the mind shift to, we know what the problem is, let's find a solution. And I believe that starts with love, right?
Yeah, because you can only complain so much about something. You have to be the solution, not give in to all of the drama and all of that stuff. No, I'm excited about this podcast, Jamie. I know we've got a few bumps in the road along the way, but we're here now, and we're ready to take off. I finished the film, Point of the Pen.
Yes. So, oh, my God. Let's talk about
Point of the Pen, yeah.
Let's do it.
So I originally started filming it in 2018.
Wow.
Okay. But the equipment, the neck condition I received from the heavens above, dystonia in my neck, kind of slowed me down a little bit. So I had to take all the big rig stuff, everything that I had going on as far as camera equipment, and kind of downsize, so I would have less pressure on the neck.
Yeah.
And still have good quality, good audio. So that's my thing. So I downsized. I got all the equipment together, and just barely last year, 2023, or 2023, 2023, we had started, up again.
Right.
We scrapped all the other scenes because they were just, the audio, the visuals wasn't really what I was going for.
Right.
And I just started fresh. And I was like, you know what? Now I know what I want to do with this film. You know, I want to talk about artists and musicians just inspiring each other, with their creativity and all that stuff. So I just wanted to shine the light on people that might not have a light shining on them, and just give people a platform that they wouldn't normally have thought of, with the music. A lot of the people in the film are artists, musicians. Artists being true art with paintings and that type of stuff, and then other types of art is musicians, rappers, singers. Yeah, Point of the Pen. It's, the name of my clothing brand is Pen Point, so that means point of the pen.
Right.
And that's where the story begins. So that's the whole thing behind it, really,
And, and so many opportunities. I mean, it's just, I did a voiceover on your film.
Yeah.
I mean, really I would have never thought about...
One of the best voiceovers on my film.
I would have never thought about that.
I think you and Kiss Bell were the only ones that did voiceovers on my film.
Oh, wow.
And so... is that true? Yeah. I was going to do a voiceover, but I just decided to lay in some song that I did with Kiss Bell.
Right.
So that was pretty dope.
But you know what? You did do a voiceover. You did the voiceover for the jingle for the podcast.
Oh, yeah, podcast.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Point of Truth podcast with Jay. Yeah. So, I had that whole podcast voice thing, I guess.
And we co-wrote that together. We just got in the studio and we were vibing. We found a beat and we went with it. And I love that guitar. Right. I just I grew up in I was born in the 70s. And
no way.
Yeah.
You sure it's not the 90s? Come on, Jay.
Hey, you know what? Life begins after 50, folks.
Okay. Well, it ended for me after 50. But yeah.
No, I think it's just beginning. I think it's just beginning for you,
Right.
Yeah. I think it's cool just talking to people that were in the film, and these are independent artists, and I think giving them a platform to come on and really just talk about their music and their craft, and how they remain mindful during the creative process and how they express themselves within their art or their music. I think it's a really cool concept.
Yeah, I enjoy giving back to the community. And just, I work with so many people in the Arcadia studio that I have, just so many artists and entrepreneurs and people doing whatever it is, voiceovers or just musical pieces or raps or singers, that I decided to go into my contacts. And that's when I started the film idea. I was I got all these people. I got Jamie. I got all these people. Why not just put a film together? I've been lazy because most of my work has been videos, whatever kind of video company, wedding, quinceañeras, whatever it is. But most of it has been music videos for the last 15 years. And I was like, you know what? That's pretty easy. You just lay a track in, you dub you make sure that the voices match up, and yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's real easy, and it's a 4-minute thing, and it might take me half a day to get it all done, but I knew a movie, especially the one I have, is 2 hours and 19 minutes. So it's
it's involved.
Yeah, it took a while to get all the pieces together, but I'm happy about the way I planned it out in my mind. I wanted to record each scene as the sequence of the movie as close as possible. I could always switch clips, but I wanted to go out and direct each scene with the actors, make sure I gave them the lines and they understood what they were going to say or talk about. And I never wrote anything down. Everything was in my head. I didn't have a full script. It was just directed on each scene, stuff like that. But I knew from dreams and visions that I had had over these last 3 years, exactly how I wanted it to go. The plot, the comeback story, D-Duchess.
Yeah.
And, Columbia's in there too towards the end, but D-Duchess was like the main character as far as like the comeback,
right.
So I knew the movie would kind of revolve around her, and there you'd see a lot of cool scenes like at the B-side show. Mm-hmm. Or what have you. And then I just wanted to paint LA in a very beautiful way, so I wanted like the skyline and the background to be like just beautiful, like and depicted in a positive manner.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it sounds like to me your experience has been driven by the Spirit of God, that's what's so amazing about it, right?
Yeah.
That you're really just honing into following your intuition, following, the guidance that you're getting, and you went with it. And I think that's amazing. And from what I've seen, I haven't seen the whole entire film, but from what I have seen, the bits and pieces of it, man, I'm telling you, it's really, I'm like excited for you.
Thank you. I mean,
really am.
Considering the low budget I had, I think it came out pretty decent.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I made sure the audio was good. The visuals were good. Mm-hmm. You had a lot of cool scenes. You had we were up in the cliffs. You did your voiceover over the cliff of Palos Verdes at Del Cerro Park. So we had some really nice locations.
Yeah. I think it's going to open up a lot of doors. We've been collaborating on this idea about this podcast, and I've gotten into life coaching over the last year. I mean, I have my education in neuroscience and things like this. So I really wanted to, I didn't want to go into counseling because I feel like that focuses on the problem.
Right.
And I don't want to focus on the problem. I want to focus on the solution and what works, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I've struggled with anxiety and depression in my life,
same,
and a lot,
same here. Yeah.
And a lot of that came
I've had
from
panic attacks.
Yeah,
that's shit sucks.
It does suck.
So,
but I think when the key to really getting that under control is mindfulness.
Yeah, being present.
Absolutely, because
we think too far ahead.
Right.
The past is gone, but we can't forget it sometimes, and then we focus too much on the future, what ifs, instead of what is.
What is.
Yeah, so too much what ifs, but not enough what is right now.
Right.
And that's where I got stuck too. You know, I'm sure a lot of us are. We're all human.
Oh, big time. Big time. I mean, you get stuck in life and your struggles, and then you may throw, for me, I struggled with a little bit of abusing alcohol for many years, and that created a lot of my suffering. And so when and I'm not saying I don't have a beer every now and again. Sure I do, but it's moderation, right? It's like, I don't have to just, I used to tip them back, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Look, life can be challenging, and it can be challenging for everyone. Yeah. It doesn't matter who you are, right? Sure. And I think so many people think that they're alone when really we're not. We all go through the same, similar, things like this. And this is the kind of stuff that these are the kind of experiences that bond us, right? They bond us, and they really. They tap into what really humanity is all about. And our true authentic nature is love, patience, kindness, and understanding. Yeah. And sounds like someone that I know, right? Well, the Spirit of God, and it's not, there's been so many teachers, these ancient teachings throughout life, and that throughout the existence of mankind, right, that have taught this, right? And we really, truly are happiest when we're aligned with the Spirit.
Yeah.
That's where we can really look at ourselves, check our egos, right?
Yep.
And it's just, I'm very grateful for the experiences that I've had over the past I mean, I think I've been on my spiritual journey for a long time.
Yeah.
I think ever since I lost my mother back in '99, and then I lost my father. Lost my mother to breast cancer in '99. She was only 52 years old, and that was tough. And I think a lot of that was kind of not really knowing what to do, because no one gives you this toolbox, if you will. Hey, this is how you get through grief.
Yeah.
You kind of just fumble through it, and
there's no owner's manual. There's like a car,
right? And you just kind of get through it the best way you know how. And sometimes you stumble, and you depend on substances, like I just talked about, with my alcohol abuse, and so I think just. Then losing my father in 18, that kind of just set me on my journey, because it was like once my father passed away, I was like, whoa, man, I'm like all alone out here. I'm an orphan.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, woe is me, right? And then it was like, no, it's not woe is. Now it's time for you to spread your wings, and do your thing. And so. I miss them dearly, and they guide me every day. They do. I every single day that goes by, I don't think there isn't a day that goes by that I don't think of my mother and my father. So it's coming full circle, which is so cool. And I don't know. I'm excited to see where things go. I'm open and I'm ready for whatever, right?
Well, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Since our podcast is called The Point of Truth podcast, in 10 words or less, what is your point of truth?
What is my point of truth? I think my point of truth now would be, I think I'm at my most peaceful right now in my life. I'm in full surrender to the Spirit. Everything that I do, I'm like, I want to make sure that it's for a purpose greater than myself.
To inspire others.
Right, and to inspire others, uplift others, but not just thinking of myself, right? Yeah. Thinking of the greater good, like I said, we're coming into this season where God has removed the veil, and there's a lot of truths that are happening, and we're finding out that we've been programmed, and so we really, it's imperative for our growth, for our spiritual growth and the involvement of our soul, to really question everything, including our own beliefs.
Oh yeah.
So yes. It's all about speaking the truth. It's all about questioning our beliefs. And, the truth looks different as you spiritually evolve and start to integrate information. And that could change from day to day. It could change from week to week, month to month. And that is okay. That is okay, because that's what it's all about. And as we seek the truth, we find not only our own liberation in that, we also find the road to everlasting peace. Yes, this is a time that we have to question our beliefs, because, folks, we've been programmed. The CIA has been busy for the last, I don't even know how many years, it before my parents were born. So that tells you we've got a lot of programming to break free from. And I just encourage everyone to just be open and, open to learning. You can learn from other people. You can learn from yourself. And there's nothing to fear but fear itself. And, as we seek the truth, we not only find liberation, we also get on the road to everlasting peace, right? This embracing of our imperfections and understanding that we're not in competition with each other, we're in competition with ourselves, to improve upon ourselves every day, and to really just dive deep and to really heal and look at these egos, which people in Christianity call these sins. So looking at the ego of pride and why am I being prideful, and asking why, and being in the present, having this mindfulness of being in the present, and really learning emotional intelligence along the way. And so, yes, this is where the truth acts as a guiding compass. It steers us towards our purpose, and it truly is the way to fulfillment and true authenticity. So Khalil had to step out. Our guests are here today. We have some amazing guys that are going to be coming in, a producer and 2 musician, singer-songwriters. And it's going to be a great interview. So please, stay tuned for episode 2. But we wanted to come in and just give you guys an idea of who we are and what we stand for. And we are recording today at JTB Studios in Glendale, California. And we want to give a shout out to Dave. He is handling the recording of this podcast today. And I'm just excited for where this podcast is going. We plan to interview people that and have meaningful conversations, whether you're a truther, whether you're someone who is in a specific niche, whether that's natural medicine, whatever it may be, whatever your contribution is to breaking away from this system that we live in, because the system that we live in is broken. It's not curing anyone. It's not helping anyone. And so many people want more. And so I am so excited for where this is going to go. And understand that this podcast aspires to foster a community that values self-discovery, resilience, and the transformative power of the truth. So thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Jay. I am your host here at the Point of Truth podcast. And until next episode, you take care of yourself. Keep doing the work. Keep challenging yourself to rise above and to heal yourself and walk in a path of true authenticity. Speak the truth wherever you may go. Plant the seed for God to come and water. And amazing things are going to be happening in our world, folks. So we're going to be in a different place a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. This is what I see. And hey, I'm an optimist. So what can I say? Thank you so much for listening, and take care of yourself. This is The Point of Truth with Jay. Unveiling the layers of light.